Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to the Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to the 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally, and I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on the various groups from around the world subsequently. We pursue our topic on ABC to spirituality. This is the most complex topic and the hardest to pursue, notwithstanding the fact that we're calling it ABC to spirituality. The mind has been invaded since time immemorial, and there are generals and armies and soldiers that is residing there. And these troops in your mind remote control your attachment to these material universes. Your mind is the 11th sense organ in your body, and it is the commander in chief of all your bodily actions, functions, discriminations, actions, and inactions. Have you all heard of the term military extraction? Kimlan? Have you watched in your lifetime movies on the CIA, suspense movies, Amita, where somebody has to extract somebody from a very dangerous situation? Have you watched a movie like that? Amita, you didn't watch a movie? Queen, have you watched a movie like that? I'll have to recommend some movies to you and books. You must read Tom Clancy. Who? Okay. In between, you've been served by your various servants, your mom, your dad, your brother. That's why you are queen. Maybe they will read Tom Clancy to you. Jai Bhai, what is extraction, military extraction?
It's a covert operation where somebody is extracted without raising an alarm.
I think in a nutshell, Kimlan, a brilliant answer, don't you think? As a Tom Clancy fan. So this is what the Guru does. Enters your material consciousness and tries without upsetting your functionaries as a material body, liberate your soul. That is under various terrorists. Various terrorists. Can you name these various terrorist organizations that's keeping your soul from being liberated? Jai Bhai?
Suppose it's attachments to material.
Well, you're supposing wrong. When you display anger, Queen, are you not terrorizing someone? Isn't anger a terrorist that has invaded your body and keeping your soul from exuding its divinity? Arrogance, haven't you terrorized your poor family with your arrogance, Queen? Timeously. You seated in front of the Lord, Queen. Hatred, jealousy, envy, greed. These qualities, these vices, does it not terrorize your very being? So it is the job of the Guru to infiltrate your character, synthesize with you at a particular point in proportion to your vices. Neutralize your vices and extricate your divinity. That extrication of your divinity is the unlocking of your attributive consciousness. Is the unlocking of your attributive consciousness and aligning your attributive consciousness to the attributive consciousness of the Supreme Lord. When this is done, it's called liberation. It's called moksha. And it fulfills the fourth requirement of a human birth. The fourth requirement of a human birth, which is moksha, which is the first requirement, Jai Bhai. Alfie, when I ask Jay, don't hide, he's looking outside. Can you see my beautiful garden? Instant garden that wasn't there last week. Can you see it there this week? Yeah. The first requirement for societal harmony is religious principles. To nurture religious principles, you need economic development. Whilst you are pursuing these two, you need to fulfill your desires. Initially, your desires will be material, and towards the end of your life, or later on in your life, when you have matured, then your desires should be turned into spiritual desires. That spiritual desires will lead you to liberation. For all of these to be perfectly harmonized and synthesized in your life, the Lord has created the Guru principle. Everyone is endowed with the essence of the Guru principle. Every living entity has been endowed with the essence of the Guru principle. However, it is only the human factor that has intellectual capacity to embrace this system. To embrace this system. So, for those of you that do not understand, I want to explain once again with a simple analogy. Jay Bhai, what do you know about rockets? Anyone? Both the Satishes. Rosh, Queen, Dana, anyone? Kimlan, Hiranyakasipu. I think you have how many satsangs with that name? Left. Sorry? No. Satsang on Wednesday, satsang on Thursday, satsang on Friday. So, including today, I think I need to give a lot of airtime to that name. Kimlan? What do you know of rockets?
It's a capsule that's propelled out of its atmosphere into space.
Again, an excellent answer. If it was a question that was answered on a question paper, I'll give you 10 out of 10 and I'll put 3 red ticks. You remember those good old teachers? So we have the human body that has the capacity to propel the capsule of your soul from the earth's atmosphere to the spiritual atmosphere. This is the only body, the human body, that has the capacity to propel the capsule of your soul from these material universes to the spiritual dimension. Only this body. And I've stated last week, I think, that this is the only species that can be counted. The rest are infinite. And we concluded, without doing any scientific research, that there is about between 7.6 million to 7.8 million human bodies currently on this earth. We also concluded that the various species are infinite. If we sent somebody, sorry? Billion, yes. Yeah, sorry, 7.6 to 7.8 billion, all right? India itself has 1.2 billion people, all right? So I said if we had to count the ant species in finite, grass, birds, trees, I don't think we will be able to count the various types of roses that's on this planet. Okay? But you can count the human body, which means the human body is the rarest, which means in the ecosystem and on the pyramid, it is the hardest to attain. It is the hardest to attain. One of the reasons, the most important reason for the human body is the culmination of the evolution of all the species. So when you come to human, it becomes the via medium to go up or down or remain in that same position. Okay? Queen? It's like Dubai. It's like Dubai. You come from various places, you come at a transit point, and from there you can go up or you can go down, or you can remain in Dubai. I'm sure Queen, I think Queen would love to remain in Dubai. Queen will be well served in Dubai. Don't you think, Queen? Yes. So we need to respect our own bodies, because it has been awarded as per our own merits. These bodies that we are using as vehicles to travel the ecosystem of life has been awarded by the Supreme Lord for the purposes of liberation. Within the human body dimension itself, there are various phases of evolution. So I've stated that inherent in every living entity is the essence of the Guru principle. It means you already have the radio. Everyone has the radio equally. Everyone has the radio equally. You need the Guru to tell you on what frequency band you can find the station. You need the Guru to tell you on what frequency band you can find the station. on your own, there's a lot of static. You've been trying to find the station on your own. There's a lot of static. Most of the time, there's absolutely no signal at all. But the day you meet your Guru, you're already in possession of the radio. The station is eternal. Station is eternal. Guru just gives you the bandwidth. And the process starts with satsang. Then you bring all your radios and you come to satsang. You continue listening to satsang until you feel that I am now ready to tune my radio in. That readiness, Hiranyakasipu, to tune your radio in is called initiation. Initiation starts your frequency with the main station. But it is a journey. It is a journey. Self-realization is a journey. Culmination of self-realization starts God realization. You cannot realize another entity without realizing you, the substantive. You have to understand you, the substantive, for you to know another entity, because everything is interconnected. Are there any questions up to this point in time? Hi? Do you have any questions? So the A, B, C to spirituality starts at a Sat Sang. Sat means speaking the absolute truth. Sangha means in a group of pious people. Pious means those that acknowledge there is a superior being. Those that acknowledge there is a superior being. Jaiba, any questions? A satsang must have tangible potency. A satsang must have tangible potency, because if you are revealing the absolute truth has the potency to dispel darkness that is enveloping your consciousness. Yes or no? So if you attend a satsang, for the very first satsang, like Bhai, and if you do not feel a difference in your consciousness, then that satsang is not for you, or you are not ready to feel the potency of that satsang. Your senses must be arrested. Your senses must be arrested, and your mind must be anchored in thoughtlessness. So when the Guru is speaking, when the Guru is speaking, if the Guru can penetrate the various terrorist organizations that's residing in your mind, Amita, anger, hatred, jealousy, Queen, yes, envy, and all the negative qualities that are exhibited in a human body. When you sit into satsang, these armies, these terrorists, must be neutralized in that 1.5 hours or 2 hours. When you are in the vicinity of the ashram, these vices have to be neutralized, and you must feel it. You must feel it yourself. Then you know that satsang which I'm attending is spiritually potent. Jai Bhai, do not waste your 200 rand diesel to come to a satsang that is dry and speculative. Come to a satsang that is tangible, that must give you tangible results. That must give you tangible results. And the tangible results of a bona fide satsang is that your consciousness must start getting filtered. Your consciousness must start getting filtered, not when you go home, not tomorrow, not after attending 1000 satsangs. It must start immediately, because your consciousness is all-pervading, contracted within your body, and the Guru's consciousness is pervading the entire room. The Guru's consciousness must touch your consciousness. And it must do an invisible sweep. But you must feel it. You must feel it. So the Guru principle exists since time immemorial. All Sanatana Dharma scriptures, the Upanishads, which is the most important, is 100% Guru-disciple relationship. All the information in the Upanishads is spoken by a spiritual master to a disciple. That is the principle. That is the essence of spirituality. Spiritual master, disciple. Then disciple becomes spiritual master, and he gets disciples. And his disciple, not hard to understand. Dana, is it hard to understand? Just like the chicken and the rosebud. Just like the hard cooking chicken and hard boiled egg. Okay, that will appease rosebud. Alright? For a seed and a flower, a tree, Guru-disciple relationship. It's everywhere. It's here since time immemorial. All we have to do now is to log on into the Guru principle. All you have to do is log on into the Guru principle. So easy. Easy, Sita? Are you logged on?
All the time.
Is there any virus there? No virus? Your screen is not dazzling? You get in everything crystal clear.
I see clearly.
Look, Sita can see clearly now that the Guru has come. Are there any questions up until this point? Any question? So I want you to imagine during COVID-19, how many of you saw the river Ganges? Or pics of the river Ganges? During COVID-19, what you saw? March last year, when everyone, all human, were detained as animals. And animals are walking free. Have you all noticed that? You ever thought in this lifetime you'll see humans in kennels and dogs on the street, ruling? Have you all seen? Yes, all types of animals were having a ball all over. And the Ganges was absolutely crystal clear. You all saw that?
Yes.
All of you? Which we never thought we are going to see. So when I went to India in 2017 with two devotees, I told them I would like to take my birth in India, my next birth, so I can clean up the filth. The rivers, the streets, it's either very clean or very dirty. You understand? And it was my desire to take my birth in India, not as a guru, as a prime minister, and clean up. And clean up. But I see Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he's cleaning up. Well, to his capacity. India is looking a bit different. So I want you to see a raging river, a stream after a heavy rain. And I want you to picture the river Ganges. Can you picture? All of you? So the Guru subsists in the atmosphere of the river Ganges. And humanity subsists in this raging, muddied up turmoil. And a bona fide spiritual master must not hesitate to leave the river Ganges and dive without hesitation into the murky waters of humanities and retrieve all the souls that are suffering there. That is the duty of a bona fide spiritual master. Not to remain in the Ganges and be an observer. The Guru must tangibly dive into the murky waters of humanity and to the best of his ability retrieve as many souls as possible in his every lifetime. That is his only duty. That is his only duty. And when he carries you on his back and brings you to the bank of safety, because you are not 100% clean if you slip back again into murkiness, the Guru must not waste a second. He must dive in again and try to bring you back, up until the time it becomes impossible for him to bring you to the bank of spirituality. Then again, the Guru must not waste his entire life on Hiranyakasipu trying to bring him to the bank, because there are many, many souls that are desiring the Guru's rescue. So after a while, when you become so slippery that it becomes impossible for the Guru to contain you, then the Guru has to find and rescue other souls, so that he gives all the souls in his lifetime that he comes into contact equal time. All of you understand? So sometimes the Guru has to let go. But because this scenario is eternal, then the Guru catches those that he let go in this lifetime, in the next lifetime. And the cycle continues. The cycle continues. So I've given you enough practical examples today, and I want to come back to the rocket. So when the rocket leaves the Earth's atmosphere, it also leaves its gross body. Does it not? Then it leaves its subtle body, and then the capsule itself orbits into space. So similarly, the rocket had to exist in the Earth's atmosphere for an X amount of time, and then it had to be discarded. It had to give way for its evolution. For its evolution, the rocket was created to evolve from the Earth's atmosphere to space. Similarly, this human body is created to evolve from the Earth's atmosphere into the spiritual dimension. Now the rocket requires a thrust. Yes or no? To propel it out of the Earth's atmosphere. And the thrust for your human body is the Guru. Is the Guru. The thrust for the rocket, the thrust for your human body is the Guru. And I just want to explain to you, Bhai, rounding off, I've explained, I think my devotees are tired of hearing this, but since you came today, that in this, the 5th 1000 year in Sanatana Dharma, and going further up, it becomes more and more difficult to understand the Guru principle. And the reason is that many gurus themselves, their disciples and their institution have raised the level of the Guru, equated with God and even above God. So people get upset with looking at an ordinary human being just like him, but dressed differently, being equated with the status of the Supreme Lord himself. Okay? So I've given this example for simple basic understanding. And I've stated in South Africa, we have the correctional services. We have the Minister of Correctional Services. And we have the state president, who is the highest authority. Neither the state president nor the Minister of Correctional Services can walk into a prison and willy-nilly pull out a prisoner. If a prisoner sang the glory of the Minister of Correctional Services for his 10 years of confinement. That doesn't give the minister right to enter the prison and remove. And even if a prisoner chanted Cyril Ramaphosa, whole day and whole night, and that video went viral, Cyril Ramaphosa has no mandate to remove that prisoner from that prison. Then I've explained that if a parole officer enters the prison and does a survey on the behavior of prisoners in that prison, he has sole mandate, depending on the behavior of the prisoner, to remove a prisoner from prison and place him in society. In the eye of the prisoner, he is greater than the minister and he is greater than the state president. Because although he sang the glories of the minister and the state president, they could do nothing. But the parole officer, for him, is the highest entity, and he has to contain his behavioral status as per the regulative principles as set out by the parole officer. That cannot be interfered with either by the Minister of Correctional Services or the state president itself. So, in the context of the prisoner and the parole officer, in that context, the parole officer becomes the highest authority for the prisoner. And this is why disciples around the world, when the love of the disciple and the love of the guru meets at a confluence, pure love of guru, pure love of disciple, at that point, at that confluence, the disciple do not need to see God. He is ecstatic and he finds that love the purest love at that confluence. And it is at that point in time disciples will say that the Guru is the highest in the context of the love that the disciple has experienced. In reality, God has infinite attributes. Infinite attributes. Mercy is an attribute of the Lord. Compassion is an attribute of the Lord. The Guru becomes the personification of the attribute of compassion and the attribute of mercy. Guru becomes the personification of the attribute of mercy and the attribute of compassion. And that is part of the Lord experienced through the compassion of the Lord experienced through the instrument of the Guru, and the mercy of the Lord experienced through the instrument of the Guru. Understood? So the Guru does not replace the Lord. The Guru is part and parcel of the attribute of the Supreme Lord, personified attributes of the Supreme Lord. If you had to see the Lord, these eyes won't allow you, because these senses at this point in time cannot focus anything spiritual. These five senses cannot experience anything spiritual. They need to be tuned in and spiritualized first so that they can focus into spirituality. And your Guru guides you in cleaning up your senses, in tuning up your mind. It's a long process. Long depends on you. Long depends on you. Are there any questions up until this point in time? So I want, Bhai, for your purposes, that when you hear people exclaiming their love for the Guru, and if they have to say that their Guru is greater than God, then it is in that context of the confluence of the love between Guru and disciple. Okay? At that point in time, that is the feeling. And you'll see around the world, this concept has mystified people. People leave billion rand offices and wear a dhoti. And most of us would think that something is gone wrong in these people. They should be detained at King George. Yes. You see a man living a proper social life, and then he throws everything up and he wears a dhoti. It's because his Guru and him reach the ultimate love. His Guru and him reach the ultimate love. Okay? Then I want to introduce the month of the Ramanujans. The month of the Ramanujans. This concept belongs to the Sri Narayan Dham here in Dham. This ashram was inaugurated on the 5th of May 2019. That was on the birth date of Lord Sri Ramanuj, his 1002nd birth date. Then my spiritual master, Swami Sudarshan Acharya Maharaj, he left his material coil on the 22nd of May 2007. And his birthday is on the 27th of May. He was born on the 27th of May 1937. Then the Sri Sampradaya, to which this ashram is an affiliate, spiritual affiliate. We have 3 of the alvars. Alvar means those immersed in pure devotion were in May. I think Hiranyakasipu is also in May. Ravana is also in May. Ravana is on the 5th of May. Alright? I asked Vishwadhar to also try and get a demonic name. And knowing him, he is going to sugarcoat it. Maybe he'll take the name Valmiki, you know. He was a demon, now he wrote the Ramayana. Okay, he'll always try to sugarcoat it. His is on the 7th. Then we need this Sri Vaishnavism is equivalent to the entire Vedas in its absolute. Sri Vaishnavism, Vedanta, Sanatan Dharma, all equate absolutely. But we do not know. We do not know. So I have decided for this institution to have a marathon satsang from the 5th of May until the 27th of May, where in one synchronized marathon satsang, I can present to you the beautiful history of Sri Vaishnavism, together with Vedic injunctions, showing that Sri Vaishnavism is the principal spiritual dimension. Not just, I said in this satsang, Jessica, what I said, Guru does not talk the talk, but the Guru walks the talk. This satsang, the Guru walks the talk, which means that whatever I state, I have to verify with the scriptures. Whatever I state, I have to verify with the scriptures. So in these general satsangs, in 45 minutes to an hour, I cannot bring in Sri Vaishnavism. It's the entire library of the Vedas. So in these satsangs, through technology, you can either be present or the information will be filtered through to you through social media and other manners. I can unpack Sri Vaishnavism. So from the 5th, that is starting on Wednesday, we go personal. We go personal. Sri Vaishnavism belongs to the Sri Narayan Dham. I come out of general and we get personal and intimate. We get personal and intimate. And I was very pleased for the Ram Navami attendance. I was very, very pleased for the Ram Navami attendance, Jai Bhai, to those that could afford to attend. All right. And I used a guru trick. I used a guru trick and I had full house almost all 10 days. And I'm using another guru trick. But this guru trick, like the previous one I used, must touch your conscience. Your conscience. Alright? So I don't think Bhai knows, but I was minding my own business. Bhai, I was minding, M-I-N-I-N-G, my own business until I met my Guru. Alright? And then he took me away from everything. When I say everything,
I just want to ask you a question. Did he come to South Africa with the Hindu first?
I have not seen him. I only met him 1 year after he left his body. He left his body in 2007.
He was here before the Hindu. In 2000 there was a symposium in South Africa.
No, he didn't attend. He did not attend.
Okay.
No, he did not attend. Alright? So he did not leave India and go overseas. He's from Haryana, Faridabad. But there are many gurus that, look, you could have seen one of them. Right? His name is Swami Sudarshan Acharya Maharaj. You can find him on the internet, Sri Siddhartha Ashram.
No, I did find on Asta TV also get this course on Asta TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, where was I?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Where was I? Okay, I was minding my own business, alright? Until Guruji, I met Guruji and I became his disciple. Now I'm also coming from the military, so if I do something, my nature is to do it 100% or don't do it. So when that confluence occurred, that love between myself and my Guru, it was spiritual because he had left his material coil a year before. And I gave up everything and I'm sitting here today. I want you all to prick y'all's conscience. Because Mataji and I had an opportunity to live a materially fulfilled life with our 2 children. And we decided that we would be selfish to do so, because all the children in the world will not be given what Guruji can give through us as instruments. So we left our material life and we came and we started satsang, 4 satsangs a week. We abandoned everything. We went around Durban, out Newcastle, Stanger, wherever. We found this dilapidated building. We had home invaders that were living here, and the kutir part, Chebai, was done whilst the home invaders were in this ashram part. We were having satsang on that side. Every Sunday. There's videos to show it. Nilandri, remember? When it used to rain, we used to keep buckets. Alright? And just for Bhai to know. We are from Reservoirs. I was a businessman. I left and I stayed here for 3 months with no running water, no cistern. 3 months, Amita? Yeah. 3 or 4 months, no electricity. Then we put the solar system. Mataji used to bend over in the bathroom and wash clothes. We did this so that when you came here, Queen, I could give you all your royal wishes. Queen?
Thank you, Guruji.
Yes. Now, whoever meets me in my kutir, I give you my best, don't I? If you come 1 time to Vesni, or you come 8,000 times, I'm fresh with you. I don't pick and choose in what car you came. Ice Cube, whether you came in the Ford van or whether you came in the Mercedes Benz, doesn't matter to me. In fact, I keep you detained there so long that you ought to leave first. Yes or no, Amita? Isn't it? Anyone. Alright? And many people came many times. I gave you my 100%. If you did any seva in this institution, you washed your consciousness. If you gave any money or donation in this institution, you washed your Lakshmi. Because money is coming through robbery, murder, rape. You don't know which 1 rand and 10 rand landed in your group of money. So when you donate to me or to the ashram, then the ashram cleanses that what took place and you spiritualized your money. So all this you did for yourself. What did you do for the Guru? Thousands of hours, Queen. And I said the Guru got another trick up his Guru sleeve. Can you see? Alright. This month, the month of the Ramanujans, you can pay your Guru back. How do you pay your Guru back, Rojbhai? By not eating hard cooking chicken from the 5th of May until 27th of May and attending satsang, so we can pay back the Guru his hours. How's that, Bhai? Brilliant? Yes? And I've touched on every conscience here, Satish Bhai, with hair. Alright? All of you understand? Alfie? You understand Alfie? How many times you came in my room, Alfie? The Guru chased him recently because he came with the same story. I want new story. Guru tired of the same story. Guru wants new stories. Alright? So from the 5th of May until the 27th of May, there'll be satsang. Weekdays, 7 p.m. I'll keep it short. So you can go back home because everyone is working. Alright? 15 minutes discourse and we'll just do the invocation, 15 minutes. You know, Jay Bhai, every time I cut the satsang short, but the people leave at the same time. No matter how short I cut the satsang, Katija, they leave the same time. Alright? Saturdays, satsang at 4. Sundays, 2. Okay, so we'll be coming out of this routine. On the 8th of May, that is next week, Saturday, we are bringing into practice oneness. Because we said the Guru does not talk the talk, but also walks the talk. Alright? So we're going to have various religious leaders here, various spiritual leaders, various race groupings, in fact I invited all the political parties. And we allowing them to express themselves on this platform. So if you belong, whatever religion you belong to, you're going to express your religion and explain to us what your religion is about. If you belong to an institution, I asked Jessica to see if she can get a judge, then let the judge explain what the justice department is about, the current status, and all the political parties, their current identity, their current status, their current identity. And we've stated that although both Jessica and myself, we were in two different political parties, now we have become apolitical. Then there was a debate by one of the counselors. He said, no, politics is in the Vedas. Alright? So you can't say you're apolitical. But he did not understand. Apolitical means that at the time of this presentation next week on the 8th, will become politically neutral. So that all politicians can have an equal say at this institution. We will be politically neutral. We will be religiously neutral. And we will be spiritually neutral. Somebody has to start this oneness in this manner. It has to start somewhere in this manner. Alright, so we are braving ourselves and we're starting. This was Lord Sri Ramanuj's dream 1004 years ago. But his dream could not be translated in India because in India there's just South Indians and North Indians. So he synthesized and he harmonized North Indians and South Indians and the various caste system. I am taking that dream over now to the world and we bring in the various religions. We are bringing oneness, we are taking a common thread through all the religions, all the political parties and every living entity that we can. I may not be able to fulfill this mission in my lifetime, but I can dig the ground, plant the seed and make it fertile. When Hiranyakasipu switches over, then his generation and Queen's generation and Tiveshni's generation, you all can take precedent from what we did now and follow it through. So I'm inviting, well, you all know you all have to be here. Okay, I'm going to close this discourse, and immediately after that I just want to brush up for the 8th. Alright? Jai Shri.